Yo, welcome to the Sports Life Talk experience. This is your new favorite show. I am the mouth of the South, B. Jones.
And I am the head coach, KT, and we want to welcome you to the Sports Life Talk family.
Hey, that's right, family. We don't do fans. We don't do followers. We only do family members around here.
So do your play cousins a favor and like this video.
Hey, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button because your support will go a long way to help this channel. Hey, have fun and enjoy the show.
What's up, Sports Life Talk Nation? I'm Emily Ehman, and I've got next.
You next up and you ain't been on Sports Like Talk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit them up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rising star on the big scene, make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat, don't settle for less. They put you through that test, your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
Yeah, keep that beat rolling, KT. Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right, we are talking to rising stars in our communities who are doing big things and living out big dreams. And today, we talking about big dreams like the Big Ten. You heard me? We got one of the dopest rising sports broadcasters, sideline reporters in the game, coming out of Bloomington, Indiana. But you live in Chicago right now, right? Chi-Town.
Living in Chicago.
Chi-Town has showed us so much love. Shout out to Chi-Town. But welcome to the family, Emily Ehman. How you doing today, Em?
Good. I'm so excited to be here. That hype video, I mean, I feel like I was going. That was fun.
We wanted to take you back to them volleyball days when they was calling your name, when you knew that you was going to go out there on that court. That's what we trying to take you there. You know what I'm saying? That's what we trying to go with this day. Hey, well, check this out. If you've watched us before, if you've been rocking with us, welcome back. We'll buckle up. We're going to have a good time. But if this is your first time watching the channel, my name, and I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the Louisiana, Mr. Yeet himself. I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, my partner in crime, the guru, the architect, the head coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, B. This is the second Northwestern alum that we've had on the show.
Second Northwest, about the 12th person we've had out of Chicago. Kevin, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know what you're doing in 2023, but you're getting ahead of yourself. You're bringing us big names. These names are bigger than our platform, KT. You out there swimming with the big fish, the sharks now.
Well, B. Jones, people better start rocking with me now before I get big headed. So this is your chance.
Hey, big
while I'm grounded.
Hey, this year has been crazy. And listen, before we get started and tell y'all Emily's amazing story and walk you through her journey, we got to pay the bills, though. Listen, we want to do this thing full time and we need your support. And guess what? Your support doesn't cost a penny. Although if you want to send money, who am I to say no? But on the count of three in Sports Life Talk tradition, we need y'all to do us a huge favor. All right, Chi-Town? On the count of three, we need you to smash that subscribe button and smash that like button. It is going to go a long way in helping the channel out. I just want to call you, Eminem. I don't know why. I just like that Emily Ehman. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We got to figure out a word play on that here in a second. All right, but your people locked in with us? They rocking?
We're excited. I like Eminem. That works.
All right, Eminem. Now we're gonna figure something out. But here we go. Come on, hit that button. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Hey, welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. If you decided to hit that, smash that subscribe button. Listen, we don't do fans. We don't do followers. We just your uncles. Now we do family members around here. All right, so welcome to the family. And now, without further ado, that Big Ten. Ooh, it take a lot of work to get on ESPN, little sis. So let's tell them your story. Here we go.
You got to say the initiation.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the Sports Life Talk initiation. I'm too excited right now, Kevin. I'm just excited. I'm so happy about this
You
one.
still have to be professional and present.
I know. I'm sorry. All right, let me do it again. All right, and without further ado, welcome to the Sports Life Talk initiation. Let's go, Eminem.
Okay.
I'm excited. Let's get initiated. Let's do it.
Yeah, that kind of threw me off with the Eminem. Okay. All right. To initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
All right. Okay, let's kick it off. I will say number 1, and I feel like I might get some crap for this, but I'm a big Drake fan. I mean, especially the old stuff. Newer stuff, I feel like I always feel out, but old stuff, absolutely. Kind of stuff from 5 or 10 years ago. That's the stuff I rock with the most. Next, probably The Weeknd. Same thing. I like his old stuff. New stuff it's a little too poppy for me. I like it. I can get down with it. Next up, love Maroon 5. Grew up going to their concerts all the time. Just saw them in Wrigley this summer again. It was like my 6th concert.
That's Adam Levine, right?
Yeah, it's Adam Levine.
Oh, yeah.
That's Adam Levine. Okay. Yeah. Sound like somebody got a crush. She say, "Oh yeah, that's Alan Levine."
Oh my god, first crush ever. I'm not even shy about it. Absolutely. Next person,
I love it.
Justin Bieber, but not his old stuff. Newer music, stuff off like The Changes or Justice album. I absolutely love those. And then last up, I will say Trey Songz. Same thing, old stuff.
Trigger, okay.
Stuff, but old Trigger. Yeah, definitely old stuff. Love me some Trey Songz.
See, so you like Justin Bieber's new stuff, not his old stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I grew up in the old stuff, and it's catchy and gets stuck in my head every month or so. But no, the new stuff, I love it. Anything off of The Changes or Justice album, I absolutely adore.
Well, I'm the opposite. I'm a believer. You know what I'm saying? I used to love his old stuff. My daughter had me come up. I can sing you all the lyrics to Justin Bieber stuff circa 2011, 2012. All right, Kevin, what you giving her, KT? You've been a little liberal this year, Kevin. Hey, you've been a little liberal, but I like the top 5. I like what she brought to the show.
I love the top 5, and why stop now? Give away all our money. What network does she work with, B. Jones?
The Big Ten.
So, okay, Emily, normally we judge your top 5. 5 is the highest, but for you, give her 10, B. Jones. Give her 10.
I'm broke.
Come on, amazing. I love it.
I ain't got nothing left.
And Emily, just let you know, I did sing at a barbershop, Maroon 5 song at a barbershop.
Oh, and it is somewhere in the archives.
Which one?
What song was that, Kevin?
Was it Sunday Morning?
I don't know, but you were singing it like you was part of Maroon 5.
Sunday morning, rain is falling. Yeah, that one.
There we go. Okay.
The ratings just went down.
Whatever,
That's okay.
I almost took my shirt off like Adam too, so that really would have messed the show up. All right, so who's your favorite superhero and why?
All right, superhero. I'm not a big superhero fan, not a big Marvel kind of girl, but I will say Iron Man is one of my favorite movies, so I'm probably going to go with Iron Man. One of the funniest people, also just a good guy.
Now, that's dope, but I saw Captain Marvel. When I look at you, I see Captain Marvel for some reason, but Iron Man is dope. All right, since every good superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
Theme song, walk-up song, whatever you want to call it, Glamorous by Fergie. That's always been my go-to.
How does that song go?
The glamorous life, you know.
Yeah. Glamorous, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that one right there. All right, okay.
Now, do you know people are going to turn us off. They don't want to hear us singing.
Well, we sing all the time, so they don't have a choice. So you rock with us, we sing, bad or not. All right, if you could shadow anyone from a week and learn from them, they could be either dead or alive, who would it be and why?
I'm probably going to pick someone in the industry. I'd probably go with Maria Taylor. She is an absolute rock star, worked for ESPN for a while, former basketball and volleyball player at Georgia, now with NBC doing a lot of hosting. And I think she's so dang good at what she does. In any capacity, whatever job that she's doing, she's just an absolute rock star. Someone that I definitely would want to connect with and learn from.
Have you ever met her, or is that's a dream?
I haven't met her. I feel like I've probably been in the same buildings as her a few times, but we've
Yep.
never actually been connected. But I mean, she's someone that I've looked up to for, so many years now, and someone that I would love to learn from. I think even, how young she is in the industry, she's just a freaking rock star, crushing it
Amazing.
in whatever job that she's in.
Yeah, she's amazing. I like that one.
Yeah.
So if you hit that subscribe button or thinking about doing so, please do and leave us your top 5, your theme song, and your favorite superhero in the comments. On behalf of the SLT Nation, I want to welcome Emily to our family. So B. Jones, take it away, brother.
I don't know why that Fergie glamorous is now stuck in my head. Thank you, Em. I'm just over here, glamour. You were talking, I was like, yeah, Maria Taylor's glamorous too, All right, so let's take this thing back to Bloomington, Indiana. I saw part of your story in which you talked about, following your pops or your grandfather. I can't remember which one around. So tell us what it was like growing up around sports family, and coming up and falling in love with sports.
Yeah, so I'm from Bloomington, Indiana, which is where Indiana University is. So I grew up in a massive college town. I mean, everything about Bloomington revolves around IU, and especially around sports. So, basketball, everybody lives and breathes basketball in the state of Indiana, but especially in Bloomington. So my uncle actually was the Indiana basketball coach for a little bit. He played there back in the day. He was an assistant, and then took on as head coach after Calvin Sampson left. And I remember just, growing up in that environment, going to so many games, and kind of, we'd play like hide and seek in Assembly Hall growing up. I just lived and breathed anything sports. And of course, I was in sports at an early age. I played every sport in the book, and I loved sports so much. And when my uncle, he eventually got a radio show up in Indianapolis and started being a basketball analyst for ESPN, he would come down to Bloomington to do some Indiana basketball games, and I'd follow him around. I would shadow all the sideline reporters, just kind of see the ins and outs of what he did. And at that time, I was like 9-10 years old. I was pretty young. And I remember it clicking of the fact that I could still be around sports in my career, but I didn't have to, play or coach sports, because I knew that I never wanted to, play professionally, and I never wanted to be a coach. I don't like kids enough for that. So I was like, let's stay around sports, but if I could do anything in the industry, I love talking. I feel like I could talk to anybody. I could talk to a wall. So let's combine my love of sports and talking. And I learned that from a young age. And I kind of ran with it. I knew that in college, once I started being recruited, I was really only looking at schools that had good journalism programs that I could also play volleyball at. And Northwestern is always one of my dream schools. I grew up going to Chicago all the time. My family's from around the area. My grandma lives about an hour from Chicago, so we grew up coming to the city all the time. And Northwestern was always a dream school for me. And, to have that balance of athletics and academics, and not only that, but, being close to Chicago, where I knew was a big market, especially in terms of sports. And I remember my first visit there, I just absolutely fell in love. And they needed a walk-on libero, and I was like, okay, where do I sign? Just give me the paperwork. We're to work now. Like, we don't have to do any more of this. So I ended up committing to Northwestern, and that was kind of the start of my career, studying journalism, playing volleyball, gaining connections in the industry as well.
Now, and plus, that's one of the biggest journalism schools in America, right? I mean, like, it's a who's who. I bet when you walk through like your journalism hall, I mean, it was like names and people all across the walls. But you ain't gonna drop the libero because on the show without telling everybody what a libero is, because I just learned this word recently. I don't know why. 2023 they've been blessing us. We've had a lot of great volleyball shows. It's been fun. But tell everybody what a libero is real quick.
Yeah, so the libero is a back row player that can only play in the back row. They're the one that wears a different colored jersey on the court, and they do that because it doesn't count for a sub. So you can really sub them in whenever, wherever in the back row. And yeah, they play in the back row. They take the second ball, the setter takes the first ball, but they're the one in the other colored jersey. It's really easy to identify them.
So it's got to be kind of like a little fraternity or a sorority to be a libero, right? If you see another one, you be like, "Hey, sis, what's good?" Yeah, I know your struggle. I know your journey.
Anytime we're around other teams, it's like, everyone's like 6'2", 6'3", and then there's, all the 5'8" girls that are just like hanging around them. That was me.
Well, I liked your picture. I saw you Northwestern. You was like, you was right. I like that. I like that vibe you was putting out. So you're able to take this thing to the next level. You knew quickly that, hey, I'm not playing this game. I'm not coaching. So you knew really quickly that this thing was going to be so tell us a little bit about that that journey. Like, has it been hard? I mean, what kind of hurdles have you had to, go knock down to get to where you're going to go or where you're going?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think one thing that I realized pretty early on, being in Medill, the journalism school at Northwestern, that I was going to be, at some points and really oftentimes one of the only females in the room. So many of my sports journalism classes, I was maybe, one of two, maybe the only female in the entire class. And I think through that, I learned that I was going to have to work a lot harder to where I wanted to be. I was going to have to kind of put myself out there more. And I was lucky to learn that pretty early on in college, and it helped out a lot once I was actually in the industry, doing work, reaching out to people, making connections, applying for jobs. It made me kind of be myself a little bit more in that sense. I've always been pretty outspoken and confident, but it made me get out of my shell because I felt like I had to be a bit more myself, and not even that, but just a better, more confident version of myself. And I think when you're, I don't want to say faking it for that long, but when you're acting confident and outspoken for that long, it just kind of becomes your personality. And that was something that, again, I was pretty blessed to learn early on. But I mean, other than that, I think what I've learned also in this industry that I think is a hurdle for anybody that's in it, but it's really difficult to have that work-life balance, especially for me in the fall. That's my busy season. I mean, I'm gone 4 days out of the week traveling for games. When I'm here, I'm normally going in a studio as well. But, it definitely takes a toll on, friendships, families, relationships. In that sense, really finding a good way to balance doing what I love with work. And I wouldn't have it any other way. But then also balancing that personal aspect and, getting enough sleep, seeing my friends, seeing a partner, my family during those times. So that's definitely, I think, a hurdle that I feel like everyone kind of deals with in this industry, but it's kind of good to learn early on to make sure you really, you want to be in this for the right reasons.
Now, how did you get plugged in? You talked about, networking. You come from a prestigious school. How did you get plugged in with ESPN? Because I mean, I'm gonna tell you, that's a great start. That's you're at the Mecca right now. Your footprints. I mean, you're building something incredible right now. So how did you get locked in with those guys?
Yeah, so I guess to answer your question, I'll go back a little bit. So I graduated from Northwestern in March of 2020. So like literally the worst possible time to try to break into sports broadcasting because sports were effectively canceled for like the whole year. So I graduated. I had no highlight reel. I had really gotten no reps in what I wanted to do because I wasn't able to really join clubs during college, like a lot of my other classmates had, just because of the time constraints of volleyball. And I ended up starting a talk show during COVID. It was like May of 2020. And I basically interviewed anybody around the sport of volleyball in the Big Ten. So, players, coaches, alumni. And I started this web show. I pitched it to a volleyball publication that ended up getting picked up by them. So I ran it as a digital series for a while. I had also interned at Big Ten Network during college. Really, I was just a video editor. I did a lot of stuff for digital, social media, and I kind of used those connections that I had. I was meeting with producers all the time just to try to get to know them during that internship. So I had those connections pretty established. And once I had started this talk show, I would email people left and right saying, hey, this is what I've been doing. If you need more commentators, anybody to do anything with the sport, like I'm here, I know my stuff. I feel like I'm decent in front of a camera. Like I'll figure it out. And Big Ten Network took a chance on me. So I started doing my first games with them in the spring of 2021. And then they took me on full-time. I got, a decent amount of games to do last fall. And then this upcoming year, I ended up contacting someone at ESPN who I knew through a mutual friend of mine. And they wanted to put me on some games, which was, I mean, growing up, you see ESPN, you see those people on TV doing those jobs. And it's, it's the pinnacle of sports. And I remember my first game for them, I was like peeing down my leg. I was so nervous. And, it's something that I had done like so many times before. Like I had called, probably 50 games by that time, but, it's still nervous doing something for a new network with new people. But I mean, honestly, I'm so grateful that they took me on and, hopefully more to come in the future.
So it's funny that you talked about, it's funny how you talked about we all as kids watched the people on the sideline of ESPN. And as I look through your resume, which is one of the few people that have sent us the resumes in, as I look at the resume, you working hard. It's not, you're not sticking to just volleyball, right? You're doing other things. You even part of Athletes Unlimited. I mean, you're really stretching yourself in basketball and other sports. So tell us a little bit about the hard work that it takes to really pull this off, because I promise you, I'm the same kid that was dreaming of being on those sidelines just like yourself, and you able to pull it off. But it's not an easy feat. Tell us a little bit about the sprinkle, the secret sauce that goes into that recipe.
Yeah, I mean, I think, going back to before, I think the number one thing I learned coming out of college and, trying to break into this industry was you really got to shoot your shot. Like, I feel like for the last 2 years, I've been constantly emailing anyone I can find, just whether that's learning more about the industry or learning how, I can further my career into, opportunities or networks, wherever it may be that, I could see myself at. And yeah, I mean, for the last few years, I've been grinding. I mean, you say yes to any opportunity that you're given, and whether you know anything about it or not, that's, questionable. Like, I remember last year, after I'd gone through the last volleyball season, I told my producers at Big Ten Network, like, hey, I want to do more sports in this. I don't just want to be the volleyball girl. So I would love to do, spring football. I'll cover other championships that you have. And I was lucky enough last season to get a few spring football games. I ended up covering the NBA Combine that was here in Chicago, which was so fun, interviewing all those players. They sent me to the Women's College World Series. I got to cover Northwestern softball, got to cover the men's lacrosse NCAA championship. So, you say yes to every opportunity that you're given, and, you cram as much knowledge into your brain that you can just to do it. But, that was something that I knew that I was going to have to do for the first few years. And talking to, some of my other colleagues or friends in the industry, it seems pretty the same way across the board that, especially early on, you really got to grind, say yes to everything. And then again, I kind of shoot my shot all the time with people. And, if they say no, then all right, I'm back where I started anyway. But, you never know when that door is going to open and when they're going to say yes.
You must play some basketball and volleyball, right? Because you shooting that shot, and you've been connecting like he's Steph Curry in this thing. So real quick, this is a question I got. This is going to be more of just an opinion, right? We're going to let you do an opinion question here. Okay. I've noticed myself. I'm from Louisiana, and I'm a diehard LSU fan. But recently, I've noticed myself finding respect for other teams. Like, before we started doing this show, I was kind of set in my ways. I was really hardcore. But now I'm like, you know what? I can see the beauty in celebrating teams that aren't my team, and I can start seeing these players, and I start seeing how hard these coaches and analysts, how much, it's a certain level of pedigree that goes into this, to where you start to acknowledge these things. Like, do you feel like when you watch the Big Ten play football, like when they were in the CFP, do you root for the Big Ten, or do you just like sit back and you're just like just a sports fan enamored with the game? I mean, what kind of lenses, or like if Northwestern comes on TV, are you dripped in purple and white? That's what I want to know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, definitely. Anytime Northwestern is on, I mean, I'm going to have full hat, jersey, whatever it may be. But no, I think, when you're covering events, it depends on the situation. Like, normally I'm just hoping for a good game. And if I'm specifically covering a Big Ten team in there, maybe say I'm, covering a game for the Big Ten Network, covering a Big Ten team against a non-Big Ten team, I'm naturally rooting for the Big Ten just because I'm probably going to get a better interview after.
Yeah. I
mean, in terms, like, I'm thinking back to the NCAA tournament from this last fall, and, I was really only covering them as far as they went. So it was like, for a team that loses in the Elite Eight, like, now I don't get to go to the Final Four. And, I get paid less, which, like, that's not fun.
Right.
But no, I mean, I always just root for a good game, a good story. I think one of the reasons that I love doing what I'm doing is because I get to tell stories, whether that's of an athlete or a team or the story of a game unfolding. That's one of my favorite parts of it. And I think at the end of the day, you just want a good story to tell.
Awesome. Well, this is my last question, and we're going to have some fun on this thing. There's a little young lady out there that's sitting at this, and they had those same dreams that M had, and they see you on that television, and they inspired. What is your advice to the young lady that's out there right now that's watching your journey, watching your story? They turn that TV on, and you're holding that mic up, and you represent all the young ladies in the world. What is your advice to them?
I got 3 things. I would say 1, dream big. And if you're already dreaming big, dream bigger. I mean, there's always goals that you can reach. I think back to when I was, 10 years old, the only thing that I wanted to do was be a sideline reporter. And, now I've kind of done that. I'm like, all right, well, what's the next dream that I can have? And you think of setting these goals and, once you check them off, like, okay, then where can you go next? I think, especially in this industry, there's no stopping point to what you can do, the events that you can cover, how, you can cover them better. So I would say dream big. And if you're already dreaming big, dream bigger. And then the second thing, if you really do want to get into this industry, I mean, the number one thing you got to do is get reps. And if that means, starting your own podcast, starting your own web show, posting videos to Twitter or Instagram. I mean, you never know who's going to see it. And it's a great way to get practice in front of a camera, to learn how to really, speak eloquently and to cover, different teams or leagues or what have you. It's a great way to do that. And you don't need to be attached to a network or a company, team, organization to do that. Like, you can really just do it on your own. Make a Twitter page, do whatever. Just so important to get reps. And then the last thing, I alluded to it before, but just shoot your shot. I mean, you never know who's going to open the door for you. Again, the worst someone can say is no. And if they say that, at least they know that you're interested. And if something else pops up, maybe they're thinking of you that next time.
I'm gonna need to take this clip out of this show and just listen to it every night before I go to sleep. You are so inspirational.
Dream big.
I know, right? You like my motivation now. I just got to do a pep talk by Emily Ehman. All right, Em. Well, it is that time of the show where we do a little clashing. Welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show where Kevin and I, we go 1 versus 1. It's 1-on-1, and you are now officially calling all of the shots. So the rules are very simple. Both Kevin and I will both present to you an option. You select one of those options or scenarios. Whoever you select, that host will gain a point. The first host to get 2 points or the best out of 3 will win this episode's game. And I am not the 1, not the 2. Not just a 3-time defending champion. That means almost every episode in 2023. I've been hot like fish grease right now, Em. All right, so we got to keep this thing rolling.
No, we got to stop that.
We got to keep this train rolling and moving forward. All right, and if we take it to round 3, we got something special for you. All right, here we go.
All right.
Round number 1. Would you rather host? Oh, bro, it's some cheating already going on.
What happened?
I saw you.
No,
right.
why would they ever do that?
I didn't see. I saw nothing.
Thank you, Em. Thank you for staying impartial and professional. All right, so here we go. Host. Would you rather host a YouTube rock climbing series where you get to interview celebrities and athletes, professionals, while introducing them to the sport of rock climbing, or
host your own food show where you travel the world interviewing athletes and celebrities as they take you to their favorite places to eat in their hometowns?
Okay, so a little background. My family are massive rock climbers. My brother lives in Yosemite National Park. He is one of the best rock climbers out there right now. So I come from a very heavy rock climbing family. So I'm leaning that way, but I'm also a massive foodie.
We did the research, so we knew.
Yeah. I know. Oh, you already knew.
So okay. That's why we asked you. So we already knew. This is the point, was to make you pick one or the other.
I think
your brother would be so proud of you.
I know he would. Okay, I'm gonna pick rock climbing, but because I think it would make the best content. Because I would want to see who's scared of heights and how they react when they're up there. Yes! Round 1! Hey, we halfway there.
You can thank the producers for that one.
I do. I love the producers. All right, here we go. Round number 2. Would you rather the Emily Ehman Award named in your honor, giving credit to a trailblazer, a young lady that wants to follow and pursue their dreams, right? In broadcasting, in which you get to kind of teach them along the path, or
would you rather have Nike name a shoe after you, and the proceeds go to multiple scholarships in your name.
That's a really good one. I think I would do the Nike shoe, because I've never thought about having a shoe named after me, but I think because the money is going to something in a similar way, and as a walk-on myself, like it was always a dream to potentially get put on scholarship. So I think I'm gonna go with the shoe.
All right. Well, we had to make it interesting. We can't have a show where I just do my thing and sweep them. So now I got to win it the hard way. All right, Kevin, tee us up.
All right, B. Jones, have me beg. I will beg. All right, so we have a segment on our live show, which you can watch Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central on this channel here, where we present the drop, the newest and latest fashion that's coming out, the shoes that are coming out. So to break the tie, B. Jones and I, we will present a shoe to you, and you pick which one wins. B. Jones, It better not be purple either.
I don't know why you worried about what I bring out.
It better not be purple, man. You better go somewhere else.
Bring out. All right, are you ready, Em? Count us off.
I'm ready.
Count us off, Emily.
3, 2, 1.
I knew it was purple. There you go.
I got the Northwestern Elite Lows.
But think about the Big Ten Network, the one that's paying you right now, though. Look at this.
I see the Big Ten colors.
And it's like, do I want high tops or low tops?
But these are perfect for the sidelines.
These are perfect wherever. You can rock them sideline, at dinner, when you're rock climbing, whatever.
Basketball season, functional. Football season, functional. Volleyball court.
I genuinely don't think that I'm cool enough to wear high tops. It's not my style, but I like those colors a lot more than the purple and black, because I can really only wear the purple and black in specific scenarios. Is this for me to wear, or
yes,
is this?
It's for you.
Oh my gosh. You know what? Oh, I gotta go purple and black.
Yeah! Yeah! And 4-time champion. Oh my goodness!
I didn't want to do it.
Oh, mouth of the South, B. Jones. Oh, this year's been good.
If I'm at a game, those would be so cool.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta be mad. I gotta be mad at you for at least 30 seconds now. So just know.
Oh my goodness, that was a clutch win, Em. Oh my goodness, we did that. We did that together. One team, one dream. All right, the title of the show is Sports Life Talks. You got next. Everybody rocking with you now. They following you at Emily Ehman on Twitter and on Instagram. But we got to hear it from your mouth. Tell us in your own words, what does the future hold for you, Em?
Oh man, I hope it holds some big opportunities. You know, I want to call a national championship volleyball game. We'll see if I can get there. Would love to be involved in the Olympics somehow. But those are the hopes and dreams. But you know, over the next few months, I actually have some downtime, so I'm traveling a lot. I got some fun trips planned, and I'm going to try to soak it in with family and friends while I have the chance to do it.
Well, maybe during your downtime, you and B. Jones can do this show so I can take a break. Because right now I'm in my phone. All right, Em, do you have any?
The shoes? I swear
you didn't like it enough.
Those colors. No. The colors were so me. But I feel like if I went to a Northwestern game and it had those shoes on, I would get so many compliments and I would feel so cool.
That's what I said too. I said if she wears these to a Northwestern game, they're gonna love her. But he went with the Big Ten colors, and I thought about it. I said she may not be at the Big Ten in 2 years. We don't know where she's gonna be. So I said the one thing that's gonna change is her
Big Ten in 2 years is now. All right, Em.
I probably wear the blue ones more often, just with the events that I cover. But I mean, I gotta go Cats. You know, come on,
go Cats.
Yeah, I don't believe you. You're not gonna wear them. All right, do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Shout outs. I would love to shout out my family for always supporting me. I mean, my mom is my best friend. My dad is my best friend. I love them more than anything. I think they really raised me to be the person and the woman that I am. So I absolutely love them. My roommates are putting up with me all the time, screaming in my room, every night, and watching so many sports that I know they don't care about at all. So definitely want to shout out Faith Doney and Sarah Johnson.
All right, so this is a part of the show where you get a chance to call out the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story. I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Em, who are you passing your mic to?
I would love to pass my mic to Megan McEwen. She is a Big Ten Network basketball analyst.
You ain't gonna believe this.
Yeah, that was the other
Northwestern. On?
She was on season 2. We had Megan.
She's the best.
Yeah, her show was dope. I love Megan. And she went to Northwestern.
Okay.
She was.
Yeah, that was the other one that we mentioned.
She's my homegirl. I just got invited to her wedding today. Let me give you another person.
We got to send a shout out to Megan. No, I didn't know she was getting married.
Send a shout out to Megan. She's getting married next August. But okay, let me give you one more person. Joshua Perry. He is a phenomenal guy. He's one of our Big Ten Network football analysts, an absolute rising star. He is so freaking good at what he does, and he's also just a fun guy. I mean, he can bring the party anywhere.
All right. Well, Joshua Perry, you are officially on the clock. We will be reaching out to you to get you on the show. You have been recommended by the one and only. But you are sensational. You are a trendsetter. You are a trailblazer. You creative. You articulate. You super smart. You're a rising star, and you got next. Oh my goodness, KT, season 3. Man, where we going with this thing, Kevin? You getting scared, ain't you? You getting scared?
Hold on. So my 30 seconds over. I can be not mad anymore.
Yeah, you cannot be mad anymore. We just got Joshua Perry coming on, and I mean, it's too much stuff. It's positivity right now.
Hey man, this was a dope show. We had a dope guest. She has terrible shoe taste, but I love her to death, B. Jones.
Hey, well, check this out.
I'm not known for my shoes. If I were cooler, I would have pulled off the
You cool with me. You cool with me. You know what? I was about to roast the Big Ten for Ohio State and Michigan losing in the first round. I said, you know what? Stay on her good side. So, well, listen, if you enjoyed yourself as much as I did, please smash that subscribe button, smash that like button. Like I said, it's free. It goes a long way to help us out. Come be a part of our family. Kevin and I shamelessly plugged a couple of times, but we go live every Wednesday night at 8:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. We stream live on YouTube. So if you smash that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and come be a part of the show. It is not just a sports show. We talk about everything, even sneakers. And you never know what topics may come up. I promise you. We may even talk about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, something like that. I don't know. We talk about everything. But I don't know, Kevin. I'm still kind of excited because I won 4 in a row. So I know I'm missing something. But what you got, KT?
B. Jones, that was just so many minutes ago. I've already forgot about that. Hey, Em, again, thank you for rocking with us. You dope. You got super dope here in Dallas. So whatever you need from us, please let us know. We got your back.
You guys are the best. Thank you so much for having me. This is awesome.
Hey, you better lose yourself. You hear me? In the moment. I don't know the lyrics. I'm butchering it. Hey, Kevin, sing some Maroon 5 as I get us out of here. Sports Life
all I need. And Sports Life is all I.
Oh my God. We're going to have to get that edited out. Sports Life Talk Nation, we love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another, because together we are better, and keep dreaming big. Y'all heard her tell you, dream big, because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
What's crazy is I knew you had next, because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like, in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Like Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Like Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next, it's a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this. Yeah. Sports Life, talking this.